All right, guys. So we're having some technical difficulties. Let me know if you can hear me, girl. Marissa, Andrew, Selenda, MD Real Estate. Let me know if you guys can hear me. Okay, D Barks. Okay, yes, awesome. All right, cool. I don't know what happened, but what do? We keep persevering because we are awesome. All right, amazing. Thank you so much, Stylish. All right, so we're staying in the bottom apartment at this property. We're going to be renting that out. John Hopkins is actually very close to the area, so our plan is to market it to one of the people that work at the hospital for the 1-bedroom apartment at the bottom. We are not in New Orleans, but you can still join the group if you're in New Orleans, just to let you know. The upstairs area, I'm gonna go upstairs now, and I see Mike just joined. Hello. So remember what I was saying when the lady told me MD Real Estate, Tammy's in the building? Remember what I told you when the lady said that she wants absolutely nothing to do with the property? Well, she wants absolutely nothing to do with the property. So all she wants is to make a percentage of the rent that we're going to be collecting. Isn't that cool? So that means that for this property, I put absolutely no money down. Now we do have to complete some renovations, as you see, in order to get the property rent ready. Now here is the cool thing. In this area in Fells Point, right, you can rent a room out for almost rent a room out for about $700 a month out here, because the rents over here are so ridiculous. So pretty much what we're doing is that we're putting in, basic cosmetic work. We do have some mold in one of the areas in the bottom room, so we have to go ahead and deal with that. But other than that, we're doing a basic renovation, and we're gonna be profiting a gross amount of $2,800 a month from this property. Now, the way that I was able to get this property without putting any money down is the fact that you have someone who is completely distressed. She was involved in a bankruptcy 10 years ago. She's scared to even walk foot in the property because I don't know if she thinks she's gonna get arrested or something, but hey, that's what I'm here for, right? So she's in a completely distressed situation, and pretty much we're helping her to alleviate herself from that situation. Now, some people ask, hey Queen, why didn't you try doing a short sale? Originally, we were attempting to do a short sale, and what happened was no bank wanted to give up the goods. We went through, we pulled title, we did everything, and each bank that we went to stated they did not have this note on this property. So when you have, right, so kind of you to help, that's what I'm here for. So when you have these types of deals where people are just, one bank is selling, the next bank is selling to the next bank, is selling to the next bank, then they don't even know who owns the note anymore, and it got lost within that 2008 time period. Now, Big Brother Realty said that I send a postcard or a letter in order to get this from her. No, I did not. So this was a client of my CPA's, and people do business with people who they like, trust, and protect. Well, no, like, trust, and know. So she likes my CPA, therefore she likes me. She trusts my CPA, therefore she trusts me, and she knows him. So she wanted to do business with me. So she told him about this property, and that's the reason why I even got this deal. So pretty much we're cutting her a percentage of the months. So she owns free and clear by default. No. So let me tell you the thing. Because she is leasing this property to us, that is how we're able to sublease the property out to other people. And a lease supersedes a sale. The power of network, which is true wealth. Yes, it is a power of networking. Now, from doing this deal, let me tell you what I've did. I've been reaching out now to people who own properties, who have been involved in bankruptcies, and marketing to them like, look, do you want to lease your house to me? Now, I'm only doing this in certain markets because you have to make sure, like, I know in Maryland and I believe in Virginia, a lease supersedes a sale. But in other states, definitely be careful, because you don't want the bank coming back to you and, you know, trying to foreclose on you or anything crazy like that. So definitely check with the state. What other question does somebody have? Oh, so what you can do is that, you know, if you make sure that you go ahead and check with your legal people, check with your lawyer, check with your real estate gurus within the area, and each says stay away from here if you are negative. Yes, Ish, thank you so much. We don't pay attention to those people. But if you know that you have somebody within your area that knows these kind of strategies, make sure you consult with them if you're not within a DMV area. If you are within a DMV area, then go ahead and go on to therealdealmeetup.com, and then if you go on that website, you can connect with Charles, Brittany, and Bill Fell is the one who helped me with this one. Something for nothing, handouts, no, it's not a handout. I'm an investor, love. So if anyone has any questions, just let me know. Right now, lease has the first right of refusal. Exactly. Tyreek, I did not see your message. Put your message in here again. So now, for all the people who are in real estate and they're trying to get into real estate with no money down, this is definitely a great strategy. Like I said, we're going to be grossing $2,800 a month. $2,800 a month from this property, and pretty much the previous owner, our lease terms are about 10%. Yeah, about 10% of the rents. Yeah, 10% of the rents that we're collecting, and that's how much he's getting in rent. So no money down. We're getting $2,800 a month minus the 10% that she's getting. It's just like it's a crazy deal. I was so super hyped. And let me just check to see if there was anything else, because we got a ton of questions before and I had to write them down. How am I covering myself legally? Like I said, I consulted a lawyer throughout this whole deal. And oh, also, if you're looking to do a deal like this, make sure that you file a memorandum of option. That is the most important thing. So now, if the bank call the cops, no, don't call the cops. I didn't really steal this property, guys. It's a joke. So memorandum of option, right? That pretty much gives you the option to purchase the property in the future. Now, with you filing the memorandum of options, and they said, let's hope they call the cops when you're done with the scope. Queen, how can I call you? Oh, V Stern, I'm gonna give the information out in the end how everybody can get in contact with me. But the memorandum of option, this is one thing that my lawyer and one of my mentors outside of Charles, they told me that you have to make sure that you do when you have an option on the property, because you can have anyone who pretty much comes and says, hey, you know, I have an option to purchase this property, and they can make a contract overnight. But with this one, with me filing this memorandum of option, that's pretty much stating like, hey, this is, I legally, you see my legal document, I legally filed this, right? And they cannot purchase that property without my release. So memorandum of option, R. John said, does this work in Delaware? We are researching Delaware now, because Delaware, for all of you who don't know, Delaware, I believe Valerie Scott came in to the Real Deal Meetup and she killed it. But Valerie Scott showed us that New Jersey, so if Malik is on the line, Jersey is in the building. Jersey is number 1 for foreclosures. Maryland is number 2, and Delaware is number 3. So this would definitely be great, because along with foreclosures, you typically have bankruptcy. So this will be a great strategy. In California, honestly, I am not sure, but consult with a real estate lawyer and see if a lease supersedes a sales contract within the area that you're in, as well as Houston. I would definitely double check on that. My lease in New York, you better check on that in New York. I don't know. I haven't played around in Brooklyn yet, so I'm not too sure. Can we speak after this? So yes, so I'll give out my contact information. Don't worry, I'm gonna get this out. Would this work for keeping my home? I'm not sure. Definitely consult somebody in reference to that. My main leads are bankruptcies. This is a slam dunk for you. This is definitely a slam dunk. For California, you know, Charles and Brittany, like I stated, they are actually in LA right now. So I would go onto the Real Deal Meetup and connect with Charles and Brittany and see what information that they can get. Kevin, I am in Fells Point. Kevin, I am in Fells Point. I got this deal in Fells Point. Crazy, right? 3 not sures in a row. Hey, I'm not going to give anybody advice that I'm not too sure about. Listen, I'm totally honest and transparent. So, last thing for this deal, I told you, consult with your legal people. Make sure that you file that memorandum of option so that they cannot go ahead and foreclose on you. Bankruptcy leads, you can get those on ListSource. Also, there's another site called Rebo Gateway that has bankruptcy leads as well. They're more so for the West Coast. They're just kind of moving over to the East Coast. So if you're in California, Rebo Gateway will be a great source for you. For all of you who have tuned in on the line today, I truly, truly, truly appreciate you. This is a little bit weird having the camera on me because I'm usually, you know, interviewing somebody else, but we've had some great commenting and activities today. So this has been super duper 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 dope. Rebo Gateway, Rebo, R-E-B-O Gateway. So Google Rebo Gateway and they should pop up. Ish said, great job, Queen. Oh, thank you so much, Ish. You're super duper amazing. And thank you everyone who's on the line who has been amazing today. Make sure you go on to therealdealmeetup.com, RSVP for our next meeting. Memorandum of option. What else? You are embracing to Black people. Thank you. Oh, and also my contact information. If you want to connect with me, you can go ahead and email me at info@enrichmentproperties.com. You can also text me at 443-201-1846. How long is my lease term? Oh, my apologies. I meant to answer that question before. Oh, thank you so much, Tammy. You're crushing it, girl. So proud of you. Awesome, awesome. Oh, that was too fast? Okay. Email address, info, I-N-F-O, @enrichment properties with an S, PROPTIES.com. Somebody just called me the Donald Trump of the hood. And I'm not gonna go there with you guys. You guys have been hilarious today. How long is my my term on the lease? So we pretty much have a lease that is gonna automatically renew every year. And pretty much what Charles said a very long time ago is that you don't want to have a lease that's any more than 5 years. Info@enrichmentproperties.com. Yes, see no, stay gone. That was correct. Info@enrichmentproperties.com. Hope everybody saw that because Sino definitely put in my email address correctly. And my telephone number is 443-201-1846. That is my business line. Guys, don't go crazy on it, but definitely let's make sure that we connect. My lease term, so it's automatically going to renew for up to 5 years. So let's say if I wanted to go ahead and back out of the lease, the way that I set it up is that I can walk away from the lease at any time if I give them about 30 days notice, I believe I said. And also, let me think if there's anything else that I put inside of that. I stated that I just have to give them 30 days notice for us to walk away from the property. We're getting the property as is. Do you have a tenant already set up for the sublease and any large down payment? Oh, so cool. So what we're doing for the upstairs portion, because you know this is the Fells Point area, she's talking business. Thank you so much, Cena. I'm talking business here. Hey Queen, just jumped on your scope. Is this in DC or Maryland? This is in Maryland, Neville. We're in the Fells Point area. So what I did, Kevin, is that we're gonna do Airbnb upstairs because we're in Fells Point. When people visit Maryland, they want to be in Fells Point, right? Because they have all the bars. They have Hopkins over here, and you have people who want to live within the home of this. So we're going to do Airbnb upstairs, probably grossing around maybe like $700 to $800 per room, because rooms over here actually go for $53 a night. $53 a night. That is crazy. That is, do you see the excitement on my face? $53 a night. So $53 a night, and if you times that, let's say you have a vacancy rate of roughly about 15%, you know, that's the standard amount that you could times it by, but we're still profiting buku bucks for us to not have to pay for this property. Like, this is pretty much all cash flow from this property outside of the maintenance costs and utilities and reserves and taxes are actually being taken care of as well, so we don't even have to pay taxes on it. Crazy, right? What else did I want to say? And thank you guys, thank you for everyone on the line who has, you know, been holding it down and helping out. All the negative comments, we don't pay attention to those. Yes, $53 a night, that's how much we're getting in Fells Point. But our strategy pretty much so that we get people in the gate is we're going to be marketing it anywhere between $35 to $40 a night, because we can still make a killing with $35 to $40 a night. And on Airbnb, you can kind of go down when you first start renting, and then when you go down when you first start renting, that's when you get better comments. So like, people, they leave all types of feedback for you. So we got to get that feedback so that more people can know, hey, this is a quality place that you can stay at, and then that's when we'll rent the price. The lower level, we have to figure out what the best strategy for us to rent that out for. We definitely want to have somebody lined up in order for us to rent it out. Ideally, we would want to, because when you're doing a rental, you have to make sure that whoever you're renting to, you qualify them so that they don't, it's a slim to none chance of them running away and not paying rent. Like, that's what you don't. Brinkers 44, you know, for all my buy and hold investors who are on the line, you got to qualify those renters, man. That's so key. I'm a lawyer, follow me if you wish. Just the lady talking only. I install. Okay, gotcha. So you got to make sure you qualify them. So we want to make sure that we qualify somebody who is going to be able to afford Fells Point prices. And then for those individuals who can't necessarily afford Fells Point prices, we got rooms upstairs for you, buddy. So we got something for pretty much everybody. And if that's all the comments that we have, Stino, I hope I'm saying your name right. Stino put my contact information in there. It's info@enrichmentproperties.com. You can also reach me directly via telephone or text. Text is really better. If I don't know the phone number, a lot of times I may not answer, but you can text me as well at 443-201-1846. Oh, Kevin, thank you so much. And D Barksdale, David on the line. Hey, David, thank you so much, David. Queen, we'll have to get together soon. Yeah, girl, you got my direct email address. Definitely make sure. Can I catch the scope again, or are you going to delete it? I'm not going to delete it. Make sure you go on to therealdealmeetup.com, though, so that you can connect with us. Like I said, our upcoming meeting is August 27th, so I will be there live and direct in person. Charles Blair, the mad scientist himself, will be there in person as well. Let me know if you want my 10-page application. I do a national background search on each resident. Heck yeah, Tammy, of course. Of course I want that. Do you know who I can contact in Delaware? Oh, you know what, I saw your question before. Arjan. I'm not 100% sure on which groups are in Delaware, but I know they have a RIA out in Delaware. I actually went to one of their meetings, so I would start off at RIA just to, you know, get some physical interaction. But the realdealmeetup.com is for anybody. Like I said, we have members nationwide. We have people who hop on this Periscope all the way from Turkey. We just had somebody from France on here today. So you can get all the details at therealdealmeetup.com. And moving to Lexington Park, any information? Once again, which area in Lexington Park are you like? What? I'll be hosting 5 minutes. Oh, guys, you guys got too many comments. So once again, thank you so much for tuning in, and please make sure that you join us for Real Deal Meetup on Periscope TV next week again at 12 p.m. It's your girl Queen signing out. See you guys.